This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe. I'm here to tell you all to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming and remember to turn on notifications. You will be the first to know all about the latest Dragon Ball news and information.
Oh, did you say UnrealEntGaming? Oh, I love his channel.
God damn it, Zarbon, stop rubbing your nipples and get back to bed!
Merge Zamasu from the manga and Merge Zamasu from the anime. Two very similar characters with very different traits being presented and portrayed in two very different fashions, and on today's video, we are going to be taking a look at why Merge Zamasu from the manga adapts better and is more durable and powerful than Merge Zamasu in the anime. And again, just because both characters are similar in nature does not mean that their presentation is similar either. And just in case anyone has anything to add on to this conversation on whether or not you guys agree with the anime or agree with the manga, post your comments down the comment section below, as I would like to know what you guys think down the comment section below in pertains to Merge Zamasu from the anime versus Merge Zamasu from the manga. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, that way you guys are always up to date whenever I post a new video onto the channel. Now to start things off, let's go on ahead and begin with the introduction of Merge Zamasu in the anime. When we first saw Merge Zamasu debut in the anime, he was definitely a force to be reckoned with. Early on in the beginning, we saw how he was able to tank both Goku and Vegeta alongside Super Saiyan Rage future Trunks when it came down to a beam struggle and having Merge Zamasu's Holy Wrath attack combat the likes of the Kamehameha and two Gallic Guns by Trunks and Vegeta. Nevertheless, also having to trump both Goku and Vegeta once they both were on the offensive in charging directly in Zamasu's direction, Zamasu used his energy to both crush Goku and Vegeta's hands and throwing them in the same direction, using his Blades of Judgment to put them down right before commencing with another Holy Wrath attack. Now having to see what he did to both Goku and Vegeta, Zamasu's strength is definitely impressive in having him rival the powers of Super Saiyan Blue momentarily, but having to dive back onto the manga portrayal of Merge Zamasu early on when he first debuted is absolutely different. We saw Merge Zamasu combat the likes of Super Saiyan God Goku and Super Saiyan God Vegeta, as early on he was so fast that Merge Zamasu knocked both Goku and Vegeta out of their god forms by delivering a shot to the gut each, in which brought Goku and Vegeta on down to their knees. Even Goku himself even claimed, "When did he even hit us?" with Trunks having to say, "I didn't even see the attack. Did he attack them?" which indicates that Merge Zamasu in the manga was so fast that Super Saiyan God Goku and Super Saiyan God Vegeta were not able to register as to what had just happened because of Zamasu's immense speed increase. And when having to look at it, no, it's not a load of baloney because you can't really argue with the manga, in which later on Vegeta says, "Don't get cocky just because of that attack," in which even Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta begins to charge directly in Zamasu's direction. But even with that being said, with Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, he was put down with one elbow shot to the back of his neck. And as seen, we see how Goku even begins to charge, with Zamasu having to say, "As expected from the fusion of two of me, my body moves just as I want to." And even during that sequence, we see even as Goku was able to combat the likes of Zamasu, Zamasu simply stuck his palm out and being able to redirect Goku's direction, and simply having to throw Goku off balance and throwing him around as if he was a ragdoll. Simply put, Merge Zamasu completely bitched out Super Saiyan God and completely bitched out Super Saiyan Blue, because as seen during the manga chapters, it looked like both Goku and Vegeta early on were not able to penetrate Zamasu's defenses, and as seen in the manga, Merge Zamasu was so powerful, he was strong enough to knock Goku and Vegeta out of their Super Saiyan God forms, even temporarily knocking Vegeta out of his blue form alongside Goku as well, as Goku was the only one that was on the offensive in battling against Merge Zamasu. Now having to go back to the anime, if you pay close attention, there is a significant difference between how Merge Zamasu was displayed in the manga and how he was displayed in the anime. For example, in the anime, there was an exposure. We see something revealed by Zamasu in the anime that was not revealed in the manga, and that was the immunity of Goku Black within Zamasu's body. As stated in the Dragon Ball Super anime, one of the reasons why Merge Zamasu was falling apart is because he was fused with a being that was not immortal, thus having a defect in the overall fusion. And as we saw with Goku and Zamasu, Goku in the anime was so strong, he actually used his full power in pushing Merge Zamasu's Holy Wrath attack against him and having to blow him away with the Kamehameha, thus resulting in Merge Zamasu having to be damaged without fully being able to reform. And thus, given the situation that arose, Merge Zamasu's weakness was in fact the right side of his body, as we later on saw Goku specifically target that body part alongside many other things that came that specifically specifically targeted the very thing that exposed Zamasu in being weak in the first place. Not saying that he was, but it was the only thing they had going in trying to be able to put him down, as seen with Gowasu having to explain to everybody the situation involving both Zamasu and Goku Black's entity. But having to go back to the Dragon Ball Super manga, a similar situation occurred to where Goku once again was on the offensive against Zamasu, only this time we see how Goku fires off a Kamehameha straight through Zamasu's body, in which later on we see how Zamasu has a gaping hole in his chest, something very different as seen in the anime, because in the anime there was no significant body part that was completely obliterated and or destroyed from Zamasu, i.e. his arm being blown off or his leg being blown off or a massive hole having to formulate due to an attack. But in the manga we see how Goku's Kamehameha was able to penetrate Merge Zamasu's body, but the only difference here is we see Merge Zamasu in the manga be able to regenerate. And of course, having to tie that back into the anime, in the anime Zamasu was not able to regenerate as stated. His body was corrupt due to the immortality and non-immortality factor that Goku Black and Zamasu possessed before having to combine their powers and merging into one. And if you also pay close attention, Merge Zamasu in the anime was specifically targeted on the right side of his body, as seen with Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and various others, as mainly we get to see certain shots of the fighter who's opposing Zamasu having to target the right side of his body. There was an unbalancing going on within Merge Zamasu's body from the Goku Black and Zamasu situation, and one having to be mortal and the other one having to be immortal, where it caused a complete unbalance of the overall structure that was of Merge Zamasu, hence why he wasn't able to fully regenerate. Even though part of him was still immortal, there was another part of him that was relatively vulnerable, whereas opposed to the manga, there was no vulnerable factor going into their fight with Merge Zamasu, which, having to look at it now, makes the most sense as to why they need Zeno to erase this person that's given if they're gonna go with that ending, because with everything Goku and Vegeta had done in the manga, nothing worked. And as seen within the actual manga, Merge Zamasu possessed techniques and abilities not seen before in the anime. For example, he was able to grab both Goku and Vegeta by the throats, reverting both of them back down to their base forms, and having Goku even say the following: his fighting skills have gotten better and he's immortal. And Zamasu having to brag about how great his power is, all of a sudden we see how Goku and Vegeta stand absolutely no chance against Merge Zamasu in the form of combat, whereas opposed to the anime, Goku at least did some sort of significant damage to Zamasu, as seen with the Kamehameha through the Holy Wrath and using Kaioken to kick him on back down to the ground. Another factor to consider here is the fact that no matter what Super Saiyan Blue Goku did in the manga, it had little to no effect as to what Merge Zamasu was doing against Goku, as even in the manga, we see how Merge Zamasu had a plethora of techniques, a plethora of moves to use against Goku and Vegeta, in not only being able to throw the largest known metal, the hardest known metal in the entire universe in their direction and bringing them down and damaging them, but also Merge Zamasu in the manga knew of a way to open up little portals and being able to transcend through space and time and being able to attack Goku and Vegeta without physically having to move from the very spot that he was in. In the anime, we did not see that, so it looks like Merge Zamasu in the manga has a significant advantage over Goku and Vegeta, given the fact that number one, he's able to spawn the strongest known material in the entire universe and using that against these two, but also being able to transcend through space and time and being able to use these vortexes and dimensions in attacking them, but also being able to fully regenerate, as seen in the latest Dragon Ball Super manga. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta unleashed a gamma ray burst flash in which completely disintegrated Zamasu right before everyone's eyes and blowing him back into pieces until, similar to Majin Buu, Merge Zamasu was able to reform. Now some can say that Merge Zamasu is a broken character in the Dragon Ball Super manga, but nonetheless it was a feat that we did not see come from the anime version of Zamasu. Also having to look at what he done in the manga, once in the anime Merge Zamasu was cut in half and split apart, we didn't see him after until he reformed in the sky in the form of his spirit. In the manga, once Merge Zamasu's timer expired and Zamasu and Goku Black were separating, they indeed did separate while trying to still pull each other back in together, and seeing future Trunks cut them apart and separating their fusion, which ultimately caused Merge Zamasu to still exist within that realm. Even though Zamasu and Goku Black both separated, Merge Zamasu still existed. And in which, having to look back at the anime and in the manga, in the anime, Merge Zamasu's body was completely destroyed. His physical body was destroyed as he re-emerged in the atmosphere in the form of the sky, whereas opposed in the manga, as he was getting cut in half, as Merge Zamasu was getting blown to pieces, his physical body still remained. His physical body did not perish in the manga, and I think thus making him that much more superior than the anime portrayal. Not to mention the fact that even in the manga adaptation, Merge Zamasu fought a mastered Super Saiyan Blue Goku and survived. To add on to the list of accomplishments made by Merge Zamasu, he not only survived the onslaught by Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, in which I think is superior in the manga than in the anime, because Vegeta in the manga did do more significant damage to Zamasu by cutting off his hands, by beating him into the dirt, whereas in the anime, it looked like they were a bit even with each other, but in the manga, Vegeta completely beat down Merge Zamasu. Before even firing off his final Kamehameha, he defused. But even with that being said, Merge Zamasu not only took on Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and survived, but also took on mastered Super Saiyan Blue Goku after and survived. And to add to that, he also survived Goku's Hakai in the form to where he grabbed Mai and he used her in the form of a shield, which again is a overall great tactic to use. But even having to remove the strategy factor, it was still a brilliant way to showcase Merge Zamasu's feats, as later on after he got Hakai'd, what did he do? He regenerated, his body reformed, and it looked as if Zamasu did not take any damage at all throughout the entire duration of him having to fight Trunks, Vegeta, and Goku in the manga. So in conclusion, having to look at both Merge Zamasu in the anime and Merge Zamasu in the manga, Merge Zamasu in the manga not only had a plethora of moves to use against Goku and Vegeta, whereas opposed to the anime variation did not, but he also survived more damage. Merge Zamasu in the manga is able to regenerate fully, he's able to adapt more, he survived Vegeta, he survived Mastered Super Saiyan Blue Goku, he survived both Goku and Vegeta's attacks simultaneously, whereas opposed in the anime, he barely even survived Vegeta, even though he did tank a final Kamehameha. That goes a long way in comparison to what he did in the manga, in being able to take massive amounts of damage and being able to not only clone himself, but also reform fully, in the idea that even after their fusion separation, after they were splitting apart, Trunks cut them in half and they were still able to function. So leave your thoughts down below, guys. Which variation do you guys think is stronger? Which variation of Merge Zamasu do you guys think is more sufficient in comparison to the anime and the manga? Thank you all for watching. Once again, if you guys enjoyed the video, then go on ahead and smash that like button if you guys are new to the channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you guys are always up to date with all the latest Dragon Ball news, information, updates, reviews, and discussions. Tune back in for more. I would like to know what you guys have to say down in the comment section below in pertains to this overall subject of Merge Zamasu from the manga versus Merge Zamasu from the anime. Which do you guys favor and why? Which do you guys feel is more superior? I would like to know your thoughts. If you guys have any additional information to add on to this, go on ahead and drop your comments down below. Thank you all for watching, guys. Once again, have a wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. See you later, guys. Peace.